Looking at ticker symbol TSLA for Tesla on the daily, monthly, weekly, and just to get an idea of where this stock is going to go and how it's going to be trading for the next couple of days. We'll look into some of the news and see if there's any catalyst to determine what will happen next for Tesla's stock price. So currently we are trading at $677. A couple of weeks ago we were at a high of around $850. So we've seen a nice decline, a very uh, uh, healthy correction all the way down to lows of around. Let's see if we can zoom in into this. This was a uh, low of around 550, around $50, $550. And since then, it has uh, recovered. I'm just going to be putting a little bit of a line over here. Okay, yeah, so around 566, but it did go lower than that mark. If I was to take it right at the bottom, it would be 500, uh, 500, around $550, even a little bit lower than that. But I like to keep a little bit of margin of of safety when putting my lines. So since then, we've corrected and we've had highs of around $700. So we'll put a mark over here as well. And then we trailed back down to around 500 to around $603. So the last couple of weeks have been pretty interesting if you were trading this or swing trading this stock. If you did buy the dip uh, around $580, then that was a very good buying entry for Tesla. And if you were just swinging this, then you could have easily taken profits at around $700. So for today's trading day, if we're to look at the Tesla stock, it's sort of trailing within our resistance lines that we've placed. Let's zoom out a little bit. Uh, and actually, let's go on a full screen. So some of these have been removed. All right, let's get this down as well. Okay. So it's sort of trailing within our our resistance lines that we've placed. So um, we've tried and tested this $700 line twice now, and it's slowly trailing back. It's today, I think it closed at around $677 today. So we could see some testing of possibly the $602, possibly, if if there is maybe some bad news that comes out on Tesla in the next couple of weeks. But if not, we might be trailing out and trying to hit the next high of around 763 dollars. That would be our next target up. So it's or uh, Tesla could also be consolidating within this region, just maybe trailing around this until spiking up. That would also be interesting to see if it stays within this. So uh, uh, some of the prices to watch for Tesla would definitely be around $602. Let's go ahead and erase this. Let's zoom in for the next 5 days and see if we can see any of these resistance lines. Let's zoom this out. So we're still very zoomed out, but we still are in technically on the daily resistance lines. We are in a nice, um or possibly even in a nice. Uh, let's move this a little bit here so you guys can take a nice, better look. Oh, oh, it's from here. So now we're looking at, yeah, and we're looking at the 5 day graph, and we can see a nice slow sort of decline since its high peak, but still within our resistance line zone, which is very, very good. Let's zoom out a little bit more. Let's see the 3 month and see where we are. So let's go back. Zoomed in quite out a bit. So this is where we would be. So we're still seeing a nice decline in price action, especially on the closing day of today. So we really want to uh, uh, see uh, see Tesla possibly test this and then keep going up and up and up. But let's see what happens. Um, um, let's go ahead and jump into the news, see if there's anything interesting about Tesla. So right now we're gonna be looking at the news. Let's see if there's anything interesting. My statement on Tesla product raises questions. Tesla CEO is once again drawing scrutiny for questionable comments he made to Wall Street, and at this time it was on status of his company's vehicle production. I think this is relating to uh, missing their actual target. It's lower than expected in the production of vehicles. And this is a statement. All right, let's go back. Tesla faces speed bumps as it takes first steps into India's. So they're also expanding to India, which is also very, very good. It's already capturing new markets, even though it's even though I think currently it's not able to meet the demand for Tesla. It's very good to see that they've already expanded to India, another market which is very, very keen on bringing on electric vehicles just to reduce pollution in general. Uh, so what about Tesla hints at Model 2 EV recruits? Tesla has best China. So again, Tesla is a very, very big player in China as well. Their Chinese laws and the government's expectation is to be EV friendly uh, in in a couple of decades, I think. So a lot of people will be adopting to this new change, especially when governments are giving individuals such good incentives with the electric vehicles. For example, you can get parking a little bit closer, but I think once people do start when more people start owning electric vehicles, then these sort of perks that they've given out will eventually stop. Tesla Model 3 is now $40,000 EV unless you choose white. So that's pretty cheap to get into to an electric vehicle. Tesla refunds battery double charge throws and $200 bets on Tesla beer can battery to unlock. The chip shortage seems to be a problem for many of the EV players. Even Neo was having the same problem as well, and Tesla. But I think Tesla will be able to source majority of their chips. But let's see, because they're in China, it weighs on so many factors. So overall, nothing really interesting in the news. So we could possibly just see Tesla trail around this zone. Hopefully, if there is a catalyst to give us a nice push, then we can see Tesla break out of these zones. We've tested the $700 resistance line twice now, actually more than around 3 times, maybe uh, 3 4 times in the past as well. So it's a very good strong resistance, and if it consolidates within this zone, this is also very healthy for Tesla. So good areas for buying Tesla would obviously be $600, and anything below that, that would be a absolute amazing entry point for myself. So that's what I'll be looking for. And if it breaks out of this $700, then we'll see what will happen, and how our thesis will change according to Tesla's price. Hopefully, this was very useful to you. Make sure to like, subscribe, and leave a comment if you want me to check out any companies. All right, you know what it is.